So we're on module 10 and discussion 2. So the question is, what do organizational knowledge, no, that's how it's written. Okay, so I'm just going to answer the question because I'm not reading it. The research phase of public relations campaigns starts by determining the organizational stakeholders, and that gives the company the focus of group that they're going to work on getting more information about. So one way to get that information is based on resource dependency theory, which is where the organization does not control all the resources it needs, so like labor, capital, material, revenues, public policies, goodwill, and must productively manage relationships with those who are like employed with them, investors, suppliers. The other way it identifies information is through the public. So they do research. So research can involve surveys, focus groups, interviews, and should ascertain their stakes in the organization, who shapes their opinion, what are the characteristics, and what are their opinions of the organization and the issues at hand. To chart what public relation efforts are currently being done, the organization can conduct communications, audit, and SWOT analysis, which includes strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So to determine what needs to be done, a correlation analysis can identify what misrepresentation is a concern. Public relations messages can be broken down by those intended to manage an issue, to manage a risk, manage a crisis, to manage the organization identity, and to manage its members. Finally, research should give available channels to convey the desired messages. So that's working through the media to communicate and advertise what a company is looking to do. And moving right along. So we're looking at key similarities and differences between public relations and advertising and marketing. So public relations and advertising and marketing both really focus on the communities they serve. Public relations want to ensure that they're meeting the needs and it is mutually beneficial for both the organization as well as the people, where the advertising team and the marketing team is actually mainly focused on the benefit of the organization and how they can make it more profitable. Finally, we have we live in an age where it is becoming increasingly difficult to differentiate between legitimate information and propaganda, wherein convenient truths are labeled as fake news by anyone who doesn't want to believe them. Discuss the difference between the two, how they work, and why they work. Use the text to support your response. So, legitimate information is verifiable. You can always actually go and you can find multiple resources that can verify that the information is factual. You can see that it is produced by a reputable source. It is something that you are able to quote and not be concerned about. Propaganda, on the other hand, encourages quick decisions. So, propaganda encourages choosing without deliberation, is what the text says. Messages that encourage choosing without mindful deliberation. So, public relations properly conducted as. Sorry. So, the propaganda is what is the most convenient truth, so to speak. So it is something that has partial truth a lot of times, just so that it can write on the back of that partial truth. And that's all I've got for you tonight. I hope you all have a wonderful evening.